I'm in my happy place. We started talking about a garden and this is what it turned into. We just tilled an area of 17 by 20 feet roughly, and it's way more than I expected. Tim was really hoping that we would have a garden this year, and I always love to grow a garden, and I really would love to can some more string beans this summer. My original plan was just to grow everything in pots and maybe have a small garden here near the chicken coop. I am going to fence this area in. I was trying to dig it up myself with a hoe and or a pitchfork. And I was only able to get about 6 inches deep, and a lot of everything, the soil was really packed hard, and lots of rocks. Of course, there's rocks everywhere on this property. So Tim came up here with the tractor and helped loosen things up, and he also passed the tiller. And I also got another lesson this morning on the tractor with the backhoe, so I kind of did some work with that. So that was kind of fun, a little nerve-wracking, but got more comfortable with the tractor. So I'm going to turn you around and show you what it looks like so far. Okay, so you can see back there, that's all the rocks that we've taken out so far. Including that big one there in the middle. That was right in the middle of the garden. And so I've picked all the big ones that I can see. There's still some smaller, like 2 inches small or less in here, but I need to rake it out, level it out, and then I'm going to create my sections where everything is going to go. So I'm going to get to work. Yesterday I got it leveled out. I raked it in 2 different directions to get as many rocks out as I could. So today we're going to divvy it up into sections and get planting. Well, got the garden planted yesterday. We had a little rain overnight. We've got plenty more rain coming starting this afternoon into the next day or so. So that'll be great for getting everything started in the garden. Not so much for our excavation that we're trying to get done because we were waiting for some things to dry out. But I want to show you what I'm growing this year. A lot of it is very basic, but I am also establishing some of my perennial herbs again, and I figured, why not? Let's get going with things growing on the homestead. So I mostly have everything labeled. I have my perennial herbs in the back here. I have some catnip. I put it on the corner because I know it can get pretty large. It won't be too bad. You can hear our new residents here. So catnip, yes, it's going to take over part of the garden, but it won't be too bad this year. And it's great herb for relaxation, and also, of course, the cat loves it. And then lemon balm, which is also a great herb for relaxation, as well as chamomile. And then we have some echinacea on the end. And over here I have not labeled, but I have Swiss chard, basil, radishes, and lettuce. And this whole section here is going to be yellow beans. So we have the bush beans back here, and we have the pole beans that are planted here. And we do have a trellis that we're going to be putting up for that. We have carrots back there and beets over here, cukes, and some squash, zucchini, and some yellow squash. And all around the perimeter, except for the back side, I planted my calendula. So calendula is great for, has a lot of good skin healing properties. It's also going to be a great for the chickens, for their health, and also as a treat for them. So I wanted tons of calendula, and there's so many other places that I could have planted it on the property, but most of those places are going to be part of the excavation process. So there was no sense in of planting them in those places, but here is an excellent place. It won't get disturbed. I do have some fencing coming, so we'll get that up. It's just, you know, it's not like, definitely not permanent fencing, but it is something to hopefully keep the wildlife out and the chickens. And so I had tested the soil. The pH was a little over 6, which is not too bad. And the soil just seems really rich. It smells really rich. It smells like I already added manure to it. And this is also a great spot for like keeping the soil moist, because we're kind of goes downhill a little bit and collects more at the bottom here. So I kind of planted things that will need more moisture down, further down here. So we'll see how that works out. But yesterday I'm also trying a new fertilizer. So I tried this fish on fertilizer. It's a liquid that you mix with water, and one of the YouTube ladies that I watch it was just amazing. She had planted peas and just watered them, and then in another area in her garden had applied this, and they were twice the size. So this soil needed a little enrichment. So, and it says that you can add it at planting time, which is great, because a lot of fertilizers you kind of have to wait so you don't burn your plants or your young seedlings. So I put that in yesterday. The rain's coming today. It's going to help soak it in and hopefully get those seeds established. Let me know if you're planting a garden this year, what you're growing. I am thrilled that I am going to have a garden this year. I know it's work, and there's definitely a lot of rocks to be picked out of this one. And I'm sure I'll be picking more as time goes on, but I think we got the majority of the larger rocks out of there, and we've got a good head start. Thanks for joining me today. Please like and share this video. If you haven't subscribed yet, I would love it if you did. And if you're watching this on our old channel, please hop on over and subscribe to our new channel, because we're going to be shutting down our old channel eventually here. We'll see you next time. Bye.
I'll keep praying to heaven and fighting like hell.